Today we are unboxing a Nokia Lumia 521 that was purchased from the Microsoft online web store. So let's open it up. Alright, here we are in the box. So here we have the Nokia Lumia 521. 521 is the T-Mobile variant of the 520, which is the 520 is available on AT&T and probably the most popular Windows phone, at least as of now. So let's open this up here. You can see the phone is packed very well, has a little bit of information about the phone here. 1 gigahertz dual-core processor, 5 megapixel camera on the back, no camera on the front. Super sensitive 4-inch screen, 4G capable. So let's take us out of the package. First, we have the phone out of the package. Again, it's packed really well, nice and secure in the package. And there it is. Sort of a plastic sort of back cover here. So also included in the package, let's see here, a little charger here and a little USB cable. Very, very little in fact. So it looks to be maybe 6 inches. So that's pretty much useless. And we have our battery, which we'll have to install. So it also comes, of course, with a SIM card, and this seems to be some sort of a getting started package. So we'll open this up real quick. So of course included is your terms and conditions booklet that nobody ever reads. A little pamphlet from Nokia to help you kind of get set up. Your new Nokia Lumia. And of course you have your activation information there. Alright, so that's about it of what actually comes with the package right there. We've got everything unboxed. So you might be able to notice on the screen there's a little film that tells you exactly what each of these buttons do. You'll of course peel that off. But right now let's take off the back. So to take off the back, you'll notice that right here is the edge of the back. And there's a little sticker on here that tells you how to get it off. So we're going to hold the phone and kind of get our fingernails on just that edge of the back case. Kind of pull on that. And that should kind of pop out a little bit. You can see we already have it started here. There it goes, you see. Pops right off. There we go. Then we have the back plate off. The SIM slot is here. Micro SD would be there. So then we'll put the battery in. Of course, make sure we put it in the correct direction, which is about like this. There we go. It snaps right into place. Leave that tab on there so you can pull it out easy. And of course you'll put in your SIM and micro SD if you have one, and replace the cover. That's pretty easy. With the battery it adds a little bit of weight, but it still feels pretty good in the hand. You know, it feels pretty sturdy. I can kind of drop it a little bit, short distance. Feels pretty good. So on the side of the phone you can see we have our volume rocker button, our power and lock button, and also a dedicated camera button right there. You see the other side, nothing. The bottom side we have our little, I think it's a micro USB. We have our headset port on the top. On the back is our 5 megapixel camera, and again on the front there is no front camera on this phone. We'll see if it will power on. And there it goes, it's starting to power on. And there was a little vibration on the power on there. See, we're getting our T-Mobile splash screen. And there we go. We see we have a SIM error because I have not installed a SIM card into the phone. We can close that. So there is the Lumia 521. There's our lock screen. So I'll go through this get started here. So we'll just let that complete. And there we go, our phone is now set up. Of course there's no SIM installed because we haven't done that yet. We instantly got a message from Windows right here letting us know that, giving us some information on the Windows phone. Whenever I press a button here, I get a little bit of vibration feedback, which that's actually nice for a sub $100 phone. So you can see here it operates like any other Windows phone. Very super sensitive touch screen here. Pretty cool. So the Nokia Lumia 521 or 520 is definitely a good deal for anyone looking to get into the Windows Phone world. This phone here is no contract. Again, it's sort of the lower end phone. But for your money, you actually get quite a lot. Now, if you're looking to do more things like the Lumia is known for, you'd probably want to at least get say a 925, a 928, something with a better camera on the front. And of course, if you're really into photography, you'd probably want to go for like the 1020 or even something like the 1520, which has a 20 megapixel camera on the back, and also of course a flash. On our 521, we don't have a flash here at all. So if you're more into photography, I'd definitely go for something like the 1020 or the 1520 that we have here. Again, the 1520, this is a 6-inch display. When we compare that to our 521 here, you can see the difference between a 6-inch display and a 4-inch display here. So there is quite a bit of difference, of course, between a 4 or 6-inch display. We could, of course, set our 521 on the 1520, and the 1520 completely engulfs it. In fact, there's more screen than our phone can even cover up. You also notice, of course, on these higher end phones, your display is going to be better, obviously, than something that's sub $100. And the 520, 521, these can usually be found for anywhere between $50 and $100. You shouldn't have any problem finding the 520, 521 for under $100. So that's just a little comparison between a budget phone and a more high-end phone. You can see the difference in the display quality. But don't be down on the 521. It actually has pretty good display recognition. Even when we come over from the front to the side, we can still see pretty well. Display, it's not bad. It's not the best touchscreen I've ever used, but again, sub $100, that's not bad at all. So if you're looking to get into the Nokia Lumia world, the Windows Phone world, definitely check out the Nokia Lumia 520, 521. And if you're a developer who maybe is developing for maybe Android or iOS, you just want to see what it's like to develop for Windows Phone, again, a 520, a 521 is a great place to start, where you can really test your apps on an actual phone. And you don't have to go all in for something like a 1020 or a 1520 right off the bat. You can always upgrade to something like this later on. So this has been the unboxing of the Nokia Lumia 521.